Ever wonder how Tyranids digest planets in the first place? Well, that's where this ugly puppy comes in. It digs into the ground and releases microorganisms into the atmosphere to pollute it. Large living assault organisms that transport smaller Tyranids. Apparently they are armed with acid jets and frag spikes. GW, please make a model of this thing. A massive Tyranid dragon that carries gargoyles. Hide your tanks from this thing. A large assault organism that rallies other Tyranids around it. That's all the information I could find. Massive hero killers that are way stealthier than you think. At least until they find their target. Queens of hive fleets that create and coordinate the very monstrosities that plague the galaxy. There's no way that something of this magnitude can be killed with just one hit.
What?
A Tyranid equivalent of a super heavy tank with, you guessed it, a slashing variant and a long range variant. This is what most people think of when they hear Biotitan, as it's basically the Tyranid equivalent of a Warlord Titan. It also has psychic abilities, apparently. This is essentially a Biotitan version of a Trigon, kind of like the Riftworm from Gears of War 2. This has no information on it aside that it's a Biotitan. Okay, GW. My Emperor is a giant snail with whips. I need this to be a model now. One of the largest synapse creatures. While the name is fitting, at the same time, it reminds me of the Drukhari for some reason. Tyranid drop pods, dropping from the sky, slamming onto some unfortunate guardsmen before releasing their load. Massive void-born living battleships that shoots acid and eats smaller ships. True predators of the endless black ocean. Smaller defenders of larger battleships. And they snack on destroyers and enemy ships. Battle cruisers that nom anything and everything in their path. Smaller versions of the Devourer that rams, slams, and claws at anything that could be a threat to the larger ships. These are small escort and scout ships. My personal headcanon is that similar to the Lictors, they can also turn invisible. The first of the Tyranid ships encountered, given a great name, only for it to be revealed that it's one of the more smaller ships. They're smaller organisms that swarm larger ships and destroy attack aircraft.